waited in line just to share this experience of Venom, Candyman, Night of the Living Dead, The Rock, Final Destination. But I want you to know you are now entering the
Cinema
Chop Shop. With a top and the pop. Boom, boom, bop.
The Cinema Chop Shop.
What's going on, everybody? It's David from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. If you click it, you can become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers from the reactors. So click that damn link. Now, with that being said, we're here today with some special guests and a special video trying to close out the year with a big bang. Let me go ahead and introduce the video first, and then I'll introduce these knuckleheads to my left, right, and bottom. The video that we're going to be doing today are the top 5 movies that we avoided in 2023. So these are movies that came out that gave us absolutely zero interest. We didn't want to see it. We were not paying our money to see it. We avoided it at all costs. But to my this way, we have Jay from D&J Productions. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Reviews?
Hey,
what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay from D&J Movie Reviews, man. We back in this thing, man. I'm trying to finish it out this year with a bang with this discussion. I can't wait to get it. This discussion with my fellas, bro. So let's go ahead and get it, man. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, you guys. Bang.
And then beneath me is the other letter of D&J Movie Reviews. You have D.
Yeah. What up, everybody? It's your boy D from D&J Movie Reviews. Hey. We're about to kill this little video. Shout out to my boy Davey. Shout out to my boy Derek. You know my older boy Jay. So let's go get into it. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Come follow us. We out.
All right.
His intros are all so like smooth, aren't they? He just he just wings it, and they're like, oh, it's just so fucking smooth. Like he comes in late, and while you're late, he just says something smooth. Got a haircut. Got to get a haircut. You know.
Look at him with
his cheekbones coming back and everything. What's that about?
No, boy, there again.
Yeah, I can see you've got a door and everything. I'm covering my shit up, but well, because you haven't introduced me, all right. You know,
I mean, you started a monologue, and it ain't my fault.
I'm Boy. I am from Movie Mash. Subscribe if you want to. If you don't worry. I'll survive. You know, it's been going that way for a while. Negative. But if you do, it's a magical channel. So do it or don't. Up to you. There you go. Let's do
it. A magical channel.
So, so today we're going to be discussing the top 5 movies that we avoided in 2023. So 2023, in my opinion, was full of movies that I could pass on, and I definitely passed on a lot. I saved a lot of money, keeping a lot of money in my pockets by not seeing some of these damn movies. I know that this is a review channel, and I know that a lot of the thing is about me seeing the movies, but there's just some movies I'm just not paying to see, right? So we're going to go ahead and hit them with our top 5 movies that we avoided in 2023. I'm going to start it off. Whoever wants to pick it up afterwards, but they number 5, or 5, they can go ahead and do so. But the first movie that I want to talk about that I avoided was Indiana Jones. Now, Indiana Jones, as much as I love Indiana Jones, what is it called? The Dial of Destiny?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Indiana
That's
Jones.
A terrible name anyway, for a start.
Okay, so Indiana Jones, the Dialysis of Destiny. All right, cool. So the idea is that we get one more indie film where I'm assuming, I think Del Boy, you saw this movie, where I'm assuming that he passed on the torch. Based off of the trailer alone, there was nothing in that trailer that made me feel like I needed to see this movie. At least with the Indiana Jones movie before that. What was it called? The one with the aliens and shit?
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. At least that one, it at least felt like it felt like an Indiana Jones movie, and it felt like maybe it was something I wanted to watch. This movie didn't have that. Like, it just felt like a cash grab. It felt like something where they were just like, look, we got the property, we got the IP. This motherfucker's still alive. Let's go ahead and try to crank one out before this dude croaks. That's what it really felt like. And then also, it may be trying to establish something before he croaks so that they can keep the IP alive if he's gone. But I don't know. There was just nothing that really compelled me to see this movie. Like, it even the way that they shot it, it looked old in the trailers. I don't know if that played out in the movie, but it had this really, like, Great Gatsby look where it was like kind of foggy. And I was that was another thing that turned me off. I was like, dude, like, I don't want to see a movie that looks old or it looks like, you know, Snoop Dogg was smoking in the back. Like, I don't need that foggy camera lens look. It was just nothing that compelled me. Like, that movie just looked like a cash grab. I didn't see the purpose of even making it. That's just my opinion, but I know that Del Boy saw it. So is it as bad as I imagined?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I basically I didn't miss nothing.
I saw too.
No. All right, maybe I said it wrong. It's an okay watch. Yeah. If it wasn't if it wasn't an Indiana Jones film, you would say it was pretty decent. But because the bar was high, also I will always defend Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Everyone like shits on that film like it's the worst thing ever. I actually don't think it is. There's a couple of things I don't like, and it's not the best, but I still prefer that one over this. Now, I know I'm probably in the minority in that, but I still prefer the old one. It's okay.
Does this movie retcon Crystal Skull or no?
Sorry?
Does this movie retcon Crystal Skull like it doesn't happen?
I don't want to give... Well, I might as well give you a spoiler. Do you remember Shia LaBeouf's character?
Yeah.
Yes. He was supposed to be in that movie. In the last one?
No, on this, it was mentioned that he went to Vietnam and died.
Oh, damn.
Because obviously...
I didn't even catch that. Dang,
Yeah. So, all right, so obviously they didn't want him back for he's obviously the way he behaved and all that. So, and I felt like, you know...
Come back, because Shia LaBeouf does a lot of indie movies now.
Yeah, but I think he's a good actor, to be honest with you. He's just the way he's been. But as I say, like, they introduced this new goddaughter who through the whole film was more spiteful and bitchy towards him, and she became like you couldn't get behind her, and she wasn't like I didn't find her likable. Again, it's a good okay watch. It's just, and there are some good parts in it. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I like the Kingdom of Crystal Skull. And I know people are going to start throwing shit at the screen like when they see that, but it's just my opinion. It's if you watch it, you'll go, yeah, okay, that was all right, but there's no need to go, oh, I want to watch that again in a few weeks. You know, there's none of that. You know, so there you go.
The indie series did something rare with having 3 really good sequels. That's not really rare in movies. You only see that with shit like Back to the Future. Well, even though the third movie in the Back to the Future like ain't my favorite, it's still watchable. But you don't see movies do trilogies well, especially nowadays. Like it's hard for them to do that. But all right, that's cool. That was my number 5. Who wants to share their number 5?
I'll go.
Go ahead. What's your number 5?
My number 5 will actually be Saw 10.
You avoided Saw 10?
I did.
Damn.
You mean you didn't see it, or you actually just didn't want to?
I just didn't want to see it because it's the same thing over and over again.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to.
It's funny you say that because this is the
one. Let him.
Right, right. A lot of people say that this was supposed to be the best Saw ever.
It's not.
I don't believe that. I think Saw 2 was one of the best ones. But it's. I mean, I just avoided it. I just did it because they do the same thing. He does the same exact thing. He fucks up. Somebody fuck him up. He's tying him up. He's tying him up. He's letting them torture them. Just like it's every other one. Just every other one. Do something more creative. I understand this one that, you know, like what? He has cancer now in this one? I thought he didn't have cancer back in this one. In the first beginning.
He always had cancer.
No, wait a minute. Didn't he die?
Remember in the last Saw, not the one with Chris Rock, but the other one, when he said that he didn't have cancer and they flipped everything around, he said, yeah, they said that he had cancer, but they switched the DNA, and it was just I didn't like it. I just avoided it the whole thing.
Okay, all right. Well, it's funny because this Saw movie is to me is like the more. It's actually different. This Saw movie is different from all the other ones, and it makes it unique. But at the same time, like I see why people are like, "Oh, this is one of the best Saw films, it's the original." But not gonna lie, it's not better than the original. But hey, man, everybody's
The original was good, and I mean, Saw 1 was great. Saw 2, I thought it was really good because
it was the first of its kind. Saw 1 was the first of its kind. I've never seen a movie like that. So.
Yeah, then I mean, what you had Danny Glover in part 1, then you had all these characters.
Oh yeah, Danny
and
Glover. I forgot that damn movie.
Yeah, I might have to. I mean, I probably will see it, but I just didn't care to go see that movie at all.
Hey man, I can't blame you. Hey, that's hey. See, this is why I wanted y'all to keep them horror movies on that list. But that was a unique take. I didn't expect that. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Can I give you some trivia? Did you say Saw 2 is your favorite?
Yes.
All right. Let me give you some trivia that I found out recently. Just a second.
Okay.
You know, Saw 2 wasn't written as Saw 2. What it was is that film was written and it was in the vault. There was a director who wanted to make that film and they turned him down. They just put it in the vault, the story. But because the guys who wrote the first Saw movie were so busy promoting Saw 1 and they wanted to get the next one out, they said they don't have time to quickly write a new script like that you'd be interested in. So they went to this other director. You remember that film you wanted to direct? Well, we can let you direct it and you wrote it, but we're just going to change a few little names and things and details. So that film wasn't supposed to be Saw. That's why, if you think about it, in a lot of ways, it is a bit different to the others in a lot of ways. If you get me. Just trivia, that wasn't written to be Saw. It was something else.
Yeah, because I mean, Saw 3, then you had the crooked cop, then it came to the crooked cop again, then it came to his wife on Saw 4, then the doctor who was supposed to save his life, then you had the woman from Saw 2 was trying to protect him, then she actually shot him or shot the doctor. Then it was just a lot of stuff, and I was like, it's going to be like everything else. So
I can see that. Hey, respectable number 5. All right, who wants to go next? Who's number 5 is next?
I've got one. Sorry.
It's fine.
All right,
I'll go next. My number 5 is Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, that's different. Okay, why?
Well, because honestly, from watching that trailer, bro, to me, I felt like it didn't seem interesting. And plus, I just don't buy Dave Bautista, bro, in a horror film. I'm sorry.
Really?
I can.
You can?
He wasn't trying to be risky. That's the thing.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. When I seen the trailer, bro, I was like, I don't know. And I just seen Dave Bautista because like big tough guy and all stuff.
If you want to see a horror movie where somebody don't add up, watch Becky.
Becky?
Watch Becky. Becky the main antagonist in that movie is Kevin James.
Oh my God!
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Kevin James, the dude that played off a Hitch.
Yes, Kevin James, who plays off a Hitch. Oh God, he is crazy.
And Paul Blart Mall Cop. Yeah, he's the antagonist and he's the Nazi. It's the dumbest shit ever. I can't take him serious. But anyway,
Becky was good though. Like
no, that was a good movie. It has a sequel. I haven't seen the sequel yet, but
I haven't seen that either.
But yeah, go ahead, Justin. Sorry, I interrupted you talking about Dave Bautista. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I just honestly from seeing the trailer, I think one movie that I think we want to go see in that show, like advertise the trailer, is just that I don't know. I just didn't buy Dave Bautista being in that movie. And also another thing is, didn't they show like two much in the trailer? Homosexual characters?
Two what?
Was it 2 homosexual characters that they showed?
Yeah, they were. They
was raising a little girl.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just feeling like
Justin. You got to be careful.
I know that, bro. I know, but it's just
What Justin is trying to say that he feels like the relationship wasn't platonic and authentic. He says it felt like it was forced rather than a real organic relationship. Like
if you really think about it, never mind. I ain't gonna say nothing. Never mind.
I'm trying to save his ass. But yeah, I get it. But if there was a reason why I would have avoided that movie, which I didn't actually saw it, it's because that trailer gave away too much. That would be the reason. That would be the reason why I would have.
I didn't see the trailer. Do you remember?
Yeah, you didn't see the trailer. You got lucky. I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer and I saw the movie. You basically see the whole movie in the trailer. That's the reason I would have avoided it.
Yeah,
we should do a video one time on trailers that give everything away. you know.
Knock
But
at the cabin.
Looking for a dart at the wall.
I didn't see the trailer. You had, Davey, and you told me the little twist. I mean, it wasn't a massive twist, but it was something. And it was like they showed that shit in the trailer. But yeah,
because the movie played it up like it was like you don't know if it's reality or not, and then you see
you don't know.
Like you took away the whole allure.
I know. I will say though, Justin, just my opinion on one thing about you've got Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you've got Vin Diesel, you've got John Cena, all these big muscle men and all that. I will say about Batista, he's the one guy who really is actually trying to do different parts and do different things. Yeah, he's
I think
not
Batista's the best actor out of all of them.
Yeah, but he also is trying. Like, if you watched Cabin in the Woods, which I actually enjoyed, I feel like his size was a factor, but it wasn't so important as well at the same time. Do you know?
Go ahead.
It's just how they narrated it.
This other thing called Glass Onion, like
oh my God, that was a good movie.
It wasn't about how big he was. You know, he's trying other things. He wants to be taken like he, you know, as an actor, and he's trying. Where obviously The Rock and all them are going where the money's at. Let's just play
action.
So I'll give him I give him a nod for he really is trying, and I actually like him for that. But
I will give him this. In Army of the Dead with Zack Snyder and all stuff, towards the end, I will give Dave Bautista that, because he did have, like, honestly, like with his character, because in that movie, remember he lost his wife and all stuff because she got bitten, and then he had to, you know, deal with that throughout the, you know, the course of the movie and all stuff. I will give him that, but honestly, I just wasn't feeling Knock at the Cabin when I saw the trailer. I just that was just me. I'm sorry, it's a nitpick, but that's just how I felt. I mean, some parts that you know that some actors that they can add in this genre movie, and some of them you just like, I don't know if they can fit in that one. I don't know. I just not, you know, I just don't think I can, you know, picture them. But like I said, I will give him the nod that in Army of the Dead, he did, like, his character in that movie, bro. He did play a good significant role in that movie, Army of the Dead. He did. I will say that.
All right, Derek, what's your number 5?
I'm scared to say it because Justin will fucking flip out and grow his beard back. Yeah. Spider-Man Across the Universe. Multiverse.
Really? Spider-Man Across
the Spider-Verse?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
No. All right. You are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys are magnificent day and adios.
Dang. Oh, I got to hear this.
That's crazy. But you didn't like the first one.
All right. So I watched the first one this year. Finally got around to it. It's I didn't like I don't like the animation and the frame rate. Now, I would like to see a live action version of Miles Morales.
Don't worry, you're gonna get it.
Because I think that if you're going to do a different Spider-Man, instead of copy and pasting, he's a better way of making a new type of Spider-Man, or a side kind of a Spider-Man. So I do think I just didn't like the frame rate. So when I started finally watching the first one, just leading up to watching the second one, I felt myself the frame rate, and I felt it was just getting silly. It was a bit too long, and I just got bored. Yeah. And now I'm hearing that the second one is better than the first, and everyone loves the first. I just couldn't get interested. And after watching the first one, I was hoping that would be enough to go, you know what? I just couldn't get over the frame rate. I don't know, this flickery frame rate.
You really did watch
glitches. Wait a minute. So the glitches bother you in the movie?
The glitch, it's just kind of, it's flickering frame rate. It just annoyed me the whole time. I just didn't like the animation. I think the voice acting was fine. I liked the dad on it. He was quite funny, you know, like he was trying to embarrass the boy outside school and shit. But as I said, I felt it could have been shortened, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. I might have enjoyed it more. It went on, and then it was just dragging on towards the end. And to be honest with you, I love cartoons. I love the old Justice League Batman. I don't like kind of like Pixar, that kind. I'm really not into it. But the frame rate really put me off, and it just did not encourage me to watch I know, and I love Spider-Man, and I really enjoyed the character, but just wasn't. I couldn't do it. And I know
I understand. There's something like that Ninja Turtle movie that came out. I don't like the animation, so I haven't really.
Was that the one in like 2007, 8 or something like that?
No, this is the one that came out this year.
This year. They're really teenagers.
And I heard that it's a really good movie, but it's just like that animation style just throws me off.
Yeah. Like there's a new Batman cartoon that came out for Christmas, and just it's called Batman at Christmas. And I love the Batman animated. I've seen a few. I love Batman and shit. And I pressed play, and they were big jaws, and they were kind of. I was like, all right, I'm out. You know, and I love Batman. So it's nothing to do with the character or the acting or the voice acting.
Sometimes just the design can throw you off,
and it just drags on for me. Yeah, I know.
It's like when they re-released Teen Titans, and then they had it like way more campy and goofy, and then like they were like little characters with big heads. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's how the new Batman cartoon. He had this big giant jaw. His shoulders were huge, and his legs are tiny. That was just the Batman, but going back to Spider-Man, it was just the frame rate, and I felt it went on too long for a car. And I was just
respectable. Respectable. All right, so my number 4 of a movie that I avoided is Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Now, I didn't even see the first Shazam movie. I still had and then I was almost talked into watching it, and I still never got around to it. But the fact that movie came and went without like that, it came and went. Like it felt like it didn't even exist. There was even a moment where I questioned if the movie even came out, because I remember seeing trailers for it, and I was just like, is this movie even out yet? Like I hear absolutely nothing about it whatsoever. That movie came and went in a whisper. And to be honest with you, and just to be honest with you, just watching the premises in the trailer, I was just like, this shit looks stupid. Shazam went, collected his little friends, and then now somebody else then came and I guess threatened the universe or whatever. So now they have to band together as a unit in order to fight this evil. I couldn't get behind it. I thought it looked stupid. I don't like the whole like Zachary Levi's like blow up muscles. That whole like I blow into my thumb and
actually he looked better on this one than he did on the other one. He looked like he actually beefed up.
Oh, I mean, I believe it, but it's still like you can still see that it's padding. Like he's still a little padded. He ain't like the Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like with a Rock, like looked like he didn't felt in that whole stupid costume. But I just couldn't get behind it. Like it just seemed like another cheap attempt by DC to get people to go to the movie theaters, and this just wasn't it. You got a character that honestly I feel like doesn't really have enough hype behind it to like really get them interested. I really felt like maybe they should have introduced him in a movie and then kind of like made people like him before trying to get him his own movie. But I don't know. Like I just feel like they did a really bad job at marketing him, and then I felt like they also picked not a great person to actually play him to market to the people. I feel like a lot of people were turned off by what's his name, Zachary whatever.
Zachary Levi.
Yeah, Levi's Jeans, whatever his name is. But him, I felt like a lot of people were turned off by him even being the main role. So I don't know. Like that was a movie that I just was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna waste my time seeing. Like even if it's free, I'm just gonna pass up on it. That's my number 4. Who want to go in with their number 4?
I think my number 4, Justin, you're gonna hate me. I promise you. I don't know if you went to go see it or not. I don't know. Aquaman 2.
Oh,
I went to go see it with my wife the other day.
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of Aquaman 1. I thought it was okay, but I didn't think Aquaman 2 was going to be good.
Yeah, Aquaman 2.
I will say this. The only reason why, and I'm going to break it down in 2 parts.
Okay.
The only reason why a lot of people, didn't think that this movie was promising because some people, they can't take Jason Momoa seriously. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like,
that's me.
Every time he acts, he does all these chants and everything and all stuff, and I'm just like, bruh, like give it a rest, man. Like you irritate me with that. And on plus, and then the next one was, of course, we all know about Amber Heard, but my wife calls her Amber Turd and all stuff. But I'm just saying, but what she did to Johnny Depp and everything, a lot of people was just like, nah, I'm not gonna go see this movie because Amber Heard's in this movie and she needs to be canceled for what she did to Johnny Depp and that. But I will say this: some of the action sequence in the movie, it was good. But
I heard about that. It's
But what
just
about the
it
storytelling? Like, who gives a shit about the action? Like, what about was the storytelling?
the story was kind of you can tell. Like honestly, Dave, I could tell like because what like basically they was basically worried about Amber Heard's situation and all stuff. Amber Heard, like I heard like rumors. They said that she wasn't gonna be in this movie as much and everything.
But
She
then
was
they
not.
had bits and pieces of her in the. Well,
they
they
had,
heard
they
that she had bits and
pieces
pieces
of
of her in the
her.
movie.
They said I heard that they was trying to kill her off this movie because after she lost to Johnny Depp and everything in that trial, they was going to like basically kill her character off in this movie and just focus on Jason Momoa trying to raising his son and all stuff and teaching him about Atlantis and all stuff. And but that was not the case. She was in this movie quite a bit, few scenes and all stuff, and I was like, okay. And like there was a couple parts of the movie where she was so dramatic, and I was just like, I don't know. And I'm just looking at my wife. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of a little bit tired of Amber Heard myself.
Yeah, I because you asked me, you was like, "Darrell, do you want to go see it?" And like, I wanted to go see it, but I was like, I don't think I want to go see this movie.
I feel you, man.
I
Honestly,
really
it's
didn't
just
want to.
to me.
I could look. Jason Momoa, one, and then two. This is why do I want to see a movie in a dead universe? That universe is dead.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The universe is dead. Like, why do I want to see? You want me to really see a grand finale of a dead universe? It's gone. Like, what the fuck do I care for now?
You know who I think is going to be good. I think he'll play is Lobos.
Yeah, Lobo. He needs.
I I honestly think he's going to be good playing Lobos.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
like, yeah. When it's just I like Jason Momoa. He's a great actor, but I just Aquaman.
I think
roles, bro.
A great actor is a bit of a stretch, Terrell.
Yeah, I don't know about great actor.
I mean,
his personality
good
fits
actor.
Lobo.
I mean,
his personality fits. There's just some people that the personality. They might not be good actors, but the
He is
personality.
Lobo.
Yeah, the personality fit. That's what it is.
He fucked up in motherfucking Fast and the Furious 10. No.
Oh my god.
Fast X. Don't get me started on that, Darrell. No. Don't get me started on that.
No.
Don't get me started.
So, I mean, it's just I don't.
All right. What I'll say just quickly about thing is, first of all, Amber Heard has been cut out a lot, apparently. Now, I will watch it. I'm a bit like you guys, but I just will watch it because it is the end. But I've heard so many bad things about it. Also, that the embargo was lifted the morning of the release of the film. Yeah. And just want to go back. Do you know, if you lot seen the trailer, I also felt like the trailer looks like they're trying to do a Thor movie because we've got the brother, Loki, who's now working with him, and then they'll probably try and fuck him over at some point. And I was like, it just feels like you're trying to recreate Thor. And with Jason Momoa's popularity, you remember that was the only film in the DCEU to hit $1 billion. The first one, $1 billion, nothing else, right? And
I don't even see how, but
in fairness, like I actually don't mind Jason Momoa, but only for what that's it. That's all he's good for. I mean, I haven't seen him. I really wish some of these actors would try to do something different with a bit more range and all that, like Batista we spoke about earlier. But again, I will watch it because it is the last one, and I've pretty much seen them all now. But I'm not rushing it. I'll just wait till I can, but I will watch it, so I can't put it on my list. But I understand, guys. I get it.
That's just one thing I just didn't. I wanted to see it, then I just kept on like, oh, Justin's gonna kill me. I'm not.
Also, I don't like.
I'm not gonna kill you, bro. I mean, when I watched the movie, I was kind of like, there was some parts I was like, I don't know about this, but the action standpoint, some of the action was good in the movie, but the story, the plot, and everything, it was kind of whack a little bit, bro. I was just like, I ain't feeling that. But.
All right, so who's number?
Darrell, you want to do number 4? What's your 4?
Number 4. He just did it.
Sorry, Justin. Sorry, mate. I'm tired.
All right. Now, David, you may hate me on this. I had to shake this up a little bit. My number 4 is going to be Five Nights at Freddy.
Oh, movie you avoided? I can understand that. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a horror, but basically, it's a horror movie. But then again, it's kind of like Would I say it's kind of like a mystery movie? Would you like to say? Would you kind of describe
Well, sort of, but it's based off of a video. It's all right. Look, it's based off of a
It's
video.
based off a video game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah,
Isn't there a book?
It's a book.
I think they started
It's a
making
game.
or like
It started off as a mobile game, didn't it? And it was
it started off as a game on the phone, and then like it blew up. It got huge. Like kids started like gravitating towards it. But this is one of it's already cracked the top 20 most lucrative horror films.
Yeah, it's
already in the top 20.
Yeah.
Dang,
it's done really good.
Crazy.
Yeah,
but I understand
Freddy
too.
was okay.
I understand too. I get it too. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. When I just seen the trailer and everything says Five Nights at Freddy, I don't know. Plus I didn't know too much about it. But when I seen the trailer, I was like, I don't know if I feel this or not. So I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna avoid it and everything. But I saw your review, Davey. But I understand your points about it. But I just avoided it.
I just say we did a discussion, me and Davey, about it, and he was wrong and I was right. So that's how it went.
No, but look, okay, look. Here's the thing. I can understand why some adults would want to avoid it, especially if you're not really familiar with the lore. Like I'm not familiar with the lore at all, but I just thought it was really cool because like it kind of feels like Chuck E. Cheese meets a horror movie. Like I always thought that was a really cool concept.
Hey, Chuck E. Cheese was on point back in the day.
Man, for real. But yeah, so that's what it the hell? Oh, my thing, hold up. My thing kicked me out, but not like physically. All right, anyway. It felt like Chuck E. Cheese meets like a horror movie, and I'm not familiar with the lore, and I know like these kids love it. And for me, it wasn't a bad movie. Like it piqued my interest, and I also knew that this was going to be a huge I felt like since it was I knew it was gonna make a lot of money. I knew this movie was gonna make a shitload of money because it has I was worried that they waited too long to make it, and like maybe like the franchise kind of died down or the popularity of it died down, but it didn't. It still made a shitload of money. So
it did.
Okay.
That's
nice one. Right. Well, coming in at my number 4 is the Blue Beetle.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah. All right. Look, I heard that it's pretty decent. Yeah, I heard it's pretty decent, right? And it's weird. I swear, if you spoke to me 10 years ago about me missing any superhero movie, it was just unheard of. Like even including Spider-Man Across the Universe.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah. But the thing about Blue Beetle, and the actor from Cobra Kai, Miguel or something, yeah. He's fine and there's nothing wrong with it. It just looks super generic to me. And I heard it's supposed to be decent. It just looks like a kind of an Iron Man type ripoff, and it's just like I'm like
that, Justin.
If this film was on for an hour, I might try it, And I will say my top, there's 4 of these movies. There's a chance that I may watch them at some point. Yeah, only because. Especially if it's anything to do with continuations or needing to know something for another movie. But my number 1 film is the one that I'll never need to watch. But as I said, there's a chance that I might get round to it one time. But I've been bored quite a lot over Christmas looking for stuff to watch, and it's still not something I'm rushing. I can't. I'm just not interested. It's just super generic. I think when I'm watching it, I'll probably even know what they're going to say next and who's going to do what next, and I'm sure it's fine, and I'm glad it's fine and all that, but I just not interested. I'm just not interested. Sorry. I
understand.
It's not a definite no. It just can't be asked at the moment.
I understand where you're coming from, but when I went to go see Blue Beetle, I mean, I will say this, like, I think towards like the middle of the movie and everything, it started getting like the pace of the movie started to get better. But I can say is I think the reason why some people didn't like the movie is because some people, they just can't stand George Lopez. I've been hearing a lot of stuff.
I like George Lopez.
I talked to Davey about this. Like Jody did a video and he was talking about how like George Lopez, he's basically not like, he doesn't like acknowledge his own like community and all stuff. He said basically like like there was like one, like I guess like Latino that was looking up to him or something like that. Like he was wanting George Lopez to give him advice and all stuff. He's like, why should I give you advice and everything? Like you should, figure out your own and all stuff. And there was like a lot of people in that community. They was like angry with George Lopez because he said that. I seen like when Jody did a video about it, he was talking about it, said, yeah, there's been people that like seen George Lopez and they said they can't stand him. I don't know. I mean, but that's what I've heard and all stuff. But
I don't think he dictates. I don't think his allure dictates that much. Like it warrants that many people to be like, hell no, I ain't gonna see this. It ain't like an Amber Heard or like a fucking Ezra, or like an Ezra Miller. Like I don't think nobody gives a shit about George. I don't think he a factor that much. But I mean, George Lopez is like really a one-trick pony. I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing that fool myself. But let's see. Going in at, I feel bad because I feel like I'm just picking nothing but damn superhero movies. But fuck it. Coming in at number 3, Ant-Man: Quantumania. I did not want to see this movie, and it's crazy because I was at one point I was fully invested in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU. I was invested. I had to see movies that tied together. I wanted to see like what was the next tie-in, and they keep purposely placing important tie-ins in these weak ass movies, and they did that purposely by placing it in Ant-Man because they knew that, like, while looking at the franchise of all their movies, Ant-Man is one of their least most productive properties, and it ain't producing. I don't understand why they keep making these films, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. I was not interested in seeing this movie. I know that Kang was in the movie. This was supposed to be our introduction to Kang. This is where we're going to see what he's able and capable of doing. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I really didn't care, like, whatsoever. Not at all. Paul Rudd, I like him as an actor. He's a funny guy. And, I mean, him and old boy, I don't know if they still doing that run-on sketch where, like, he randomly tells stories and then he makes it funny.
Oh, yeah.
Do they still do that in the movie?
I think was he?
I think he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did it.
I think he did.
No. Yeah, I mean that was probably funny the first time, but doesn't need to be a run-on joke for the rest of them. I don't know. I just wasn't interested in seeing this movie. This was the first time this year I was fully invested in not really paying to see superhero movies at all. Like the only thing I watched was the only one I wanted to see was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, right? And that was like that one came with like it came with things like I couldn't, if I went to go see this movie, I can't watch it in a movie theater full of kids. I was gonna wait to see it at my house. Like I wasn't gonna see it in the movie theater. It came with stipulations. But this movie, I was just like, I'm not watching this fucking movie. Like it looks stupid. I don't really like Ant-Man as a character. I'm not really invested in the story. I'm not invested in the story in the MCU. I don't really give a shit, So it's like I passed on it. Not at all. Didn't give a shit whatsoever. And that's first.
Okay.
For real.
Me, I think mine will actually be. It might be a little childish, but Peter Pan and Wendy. I didn't want to see that one.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Wait,
Peter
that came
Pan
out?
and Wendy.
What the hell is
Yeah,
that?
it came out.
Peter
Okay.
Pan.
It was awful. The
Was
person
it
who
this
played.
year?
Yeah, it was this year, 2023. Yeah.
Never even heard of it. Is
I
it
didn't
Disney?
look it It's I think it's Disney. But it was worse. It was the worst Peter Pan and Wendy ever seen.
Oh, so you've seen it?
No,
But
not
you
ever
did see
seen,
it?
but I didn't want
Oh.
to see it because seeing the commercial and seeing everything about it was just awful. I was like, no, he don't even look like Peter Pan. Come on, not at all.
I have no idea. I'll have to
And
look
I mean,
into
if
that.
you wanna look at Peter, and it don't even look like Wendy, like the person who's playing Wendy don't even look like Wendy, and I didn't like it. I didn't want to see it at all.
I have no comment because I didn't even know this shit existed. So hey, I'm with you. 100%.
It was a terrible movie at all. It was so terrible, so terrible.
You support me.
Justin, what's your number 3?
I did not see the movie.
It sounded like it. You was like it was a terrible movie.
It was.
I know. Like, he was explaining it in detail, like he watched
The
it.
I know, he was like, man, he was like,
commercial,
it was trash, and I didn't see
awful. It was awful.
He was like that. Man,
right.
dude, like, if you would have seen
You
that
know what?
engine,
Both
even
of
though
y'all
you
can
didn't
go
see
to
it,
hell. Both of y'all.
funny as hell.
My-
Don't blame the damn drawers on. Damn it.
All right,
Keep fucking
my
with
number three. Number three. Y'all might hate me for this, but mine is Cocaine Bear.
Fuck yes.
I mean, even though I did like some research, they said that
Based
it
on the true
actually
story.
did happen and everything. That the bear did get some cocaine and all stuff, but
Yeah.
they made
But he didn't
when they
kill
It's
people like
loosely
that,
based
though.
on a true story.
But they basically made this movie into a parody, kind of, bro. Like, yes, the bear was like, oh, he was basically doped up on some cocaine and everything and all stuff, and how the way that he was doing some weird type stuff in the movie, I was like, no bear's doing that. I'm sorry.
No.
And if a bear took like a lot of bricks of cocaine and stuff, like usually
He'll
an
die.
animal would die. An animal would die.
I mean,
But-
look, this is loosely based on a real story. Now, the amount of cocaine the bear took, I don't know, but it's loosely based on a real story. They just
Actually based
exaggerated
in
it.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah,
There you go. Look, it's in your hometown. Y'all got drugged up bears in your city. Man.
YouTube. What
Man,
are YouTube
man,
cocaine
we
Bear?
got drugs up everywhere.
Yeah,
We got zombies and shit.
He's like, we got bears. We got John Morant.
We got everything.
God, don't give me
We'll leave
started.
the link in the description, and Darrell will hook you up just in case. You know what I mean?
He's like, yeah, man, the homie Smokey the Bear got you. You know?
Hey, Smokey.
It was Darrell who lost the cocaine in the fucking forest. But
Right.
I saw the film, and it was shit. Anyway,
It was
just-
terrible.
It was interesting. It sounded like it was fun.
Trailer, bro.
It's
It
just like,
sounded like it might be fun, but it wasn't. And it was. There's a line between silly and stupid.
It was stupid.
It was stupid. Yeah.
Honestly, I
And
think
I think it was. Was it? It could have been Ray Liotta's last movie as well before he died, which is a shame he went out on that.
oh,
But
fuck,
you know
in
what?
that movie, sheesh.
But you know what, Justin? You know what? For a lot of people watching that trailer, it didn't appeal to everyone. So I get it.
I think you just sit down and you go watch the movie. And you don't take it serious at all. Like that's like
It's just shit. It's
like
stupid. It's
like the
annoying.
Sharknado movies, and
Oh my god.
there's a movie about a killer sloth coming out. Like, I mean, come on, dude. These are just movies you go see, and they just
So they got
apparently. I heard. Word around the campfire is they got a cocaine shark movie coming out.
Oh, yeah. Bro, that's that Hollywood BS. That's that Hollywood
I don't know that
bro.
the Meg 2 was like cocaine
They're making a
shark.
bunch of money. They're gonna run with it. But what's your number 3, Derek?
You might fall off your chairs a little bit, but I
Nothing
think
is surprising so far.
I think Cocaine Bear here on the side is already on it. You know, just saying. But you're gonna fall off your chairs, and you're gonna have to forgive me on this, right? But it's Oppenheimer.
You watched Oppenheimer, didn't you?
No,
You didn't watch it. I thought you watched it. Oh, you watched Killing Moon.
I watched
The Martin
Oppenheimer.
Scorsese
I
one.
watched it twice. Yeah,
Wait, you said
and
what?
I tried to watch it twice, and all right. So I try to watch it because I feel like I have to watch this. I feel pressure on me. I have to watch it because it's epic. It's Christopher Nolan. It's massive. It's good. Everyone's raving about it. All right, so I have to watch it, and I put it on for half an hour, and I got fucking bored. Yeah. Now and then I'm looking at there's another 3 hours. Yeah.
That don't count, man. You saw it. You can't. We can't add it to. You can't add it to the list. You saw it.
Why? No, I didn't. No. I turned it off.
Listen, wait for it. Look, I'm gonna give you some game. You can wait for my most disappointing movies in 2023. You can throw that in there.
No, I will watch it, and I'm sure I'll get
How
into
are
it.
you not
It's just
going
what's
to
happening.
watch
it?
I watched it half an hour. I got bored.
This is
And I
movies
just-
you avoided, not
Listen,
movies you got
go
bored with. Come on, Derek. Read the
No,
title.
what I'm saying is I've avoided it since. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
I just can't bring myself to get back.
Fine.
I've been getting
First
around. I'm like,
atomic
it's there
bomb
and it's ready, and I
ever
just
was
can't.
made.
And
Come
it's
on.
3 hours long, and I'm like, I
you're
will
in
at some
chat.
point.
Throw a tomato at this guy. I want you to fill the tomato
The
chat with tomatoes.
first atomic bomb was ever made, and you gonna sit here and say you didn't want to watch it, and it was made in Oak Ridge? Come on.
All right, look.
It was in our state.
That's all.
I'm just playing.
And I couldn't get. It's been sitting looking at me to watch every night, and I'm like, tomorrow, and then it's like, I can't watch that half an hour, and I'll get in, and I know I will eventually. As I said, my top 4 ones I may get around at some point. It's just the number 1, it will be a no-go. Do you know? But yeah, it's just because I've avoided watching it after I saw that first half an hour, and I've just not been able to get back into it. I just can't, and I will.
That's crazy. No, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's a good movie. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like,
it has great cinematography, but at the same time, like, you have to be in the mood to watch it. There's certain movies where it's like, I can't watch it if I'm not, like, foreign movies that I have to read subtitles. I have to be in the mood to watch that, because it's like, if not, I'm not gonna want to watch it at all.
So I'm not knocking the movie, and I know I'll watch it. It's just, it's big, it's 3 hours long, it's intense and all that, and it's just, I've not been able to get around. I've just not been in the mood, sort of thing.
That isn't a movie you avoided. Everybody throw tomatoes at this motherfucker. Anyway, fill up the chat with tomatoes right now. If you made it this far, throw tomatoes. All right, so coming in at numero dos, we have. I'm trying to debate. I'm gonna pick the Marvels, right? My shit is filled with superhero movies because, like, I'm just sick and tired of these fucking superhero movies, bro. This is what I will give it for. I'll give the Marvels this much credit. I will say that based off of this trailer, this movie felt like it could possibly be better than the first one. And a lot of people were just like, how? It seemed like more campy, it seemed more jokey and things like that. And that's specifically the reason why. They figured out that ain't nobody going to take Brie Larson's Captain Marvel character seriously. So what do? You make her a fucking joke. You make her a comedy campy character. You do like Jason Momoa's fucking Aquaman. You do like the Guardians of the Galaxy. You do like Thor and Chris Hemsworth. You make it a fucking joke because there's certain characters people just ain't going to take serious. So they're trying to change it a little bit. Brie Larson was supposed to be that number 1 person next up. She was supposed to be like basically like the leader of the Avengers. She's their number 1, the strongest character altogether. So it's like
character, man. Please,
as of right.
Hold on. Hold on a second. I don't mean to cut you off. They said that she was supposed to be the number 1 strongest character to go against Thanos. Thanos pulled off that time stone and just punched her, bro. When she went probably about 10 yards back in that end game movie.
Though.
Oh yeah, but he did that to literally everyone else too, you know.
Darrell, Captain America solo Thanos, even though he got wrecked.
Captain America did not solo can't. No,
he didn't. He got beat up. What are you talking about?
He got beat up, but shoot,
Captain America got his ass whooped.
Captain America,
he still held his own for about 25 minutes.
Brie Larson held her own in the same thing.
Look, about 10 minutes.
That's the same amount of motherfucking Captain America.
It's a whole other video, guys.
Look, Brie Larson's character and freaking and Wanda's character probably did the most damage to Thanos in that movie. Like, to be honest with you. But anyway,
Wanda killed him.
Oh, Wanda definitely could have. Let's see, look at Justin. Look at that. Turned into a straight hair strip. Anyway, it looked like a piece of hair. Anyway, what was I talking about? The Marvels. This movie was remotely more appealing because of it, but at the same time, like, I'm just not into like the jokey like girl power comedy scene. Like, I just
be careful.
I mean, look, I know how to maneuver things. Justin don't. But no, like, I just like it. Just seemed too forced. It didn't feel authentic. It just feels like it's like Barbie in a way. Like, I can't really explain it, but Brie Larson's character. Look, he turned into another strip. Anyway, what is with you? What's up with your camera, Obi? Bro, blanking out. I guess he likes the Marvel so much that he just removed himself from the conversation. But anyway,
okay.
the Marvels movie just didn't interest me at all. I don't like Brie Larson's character. I didn't like Photon's character, and I definitely didn't like whatever little fake Elastic girl's name. What's her name again? Miss Marvel, the little short
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, and then
I didn't watch the TV show. I didn't care about the TV show. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't interested at all, like whatsoever, about any of these characters. I've not invested in it. And again, you have another movie that kind of like, hey, y'all might want to stay for the the post-credit scenes, like every other Marvel movie. I didn't care. I was like, I can wait. I can wait until it leaks on YouTube and I can watch it there. And I mean, they're putting really decent post-end and credit scenes in these garbage movies so that you can go see it. But they're not realizing that we, the audience, are smart, and we can wait till it hit YouTube, or we can wait till it hits TikTok, or we can wait till it hits Instagram. I'm not gonna go to the movie theater to watch fucking Beast walk up. Like I could just look at it on YouTube. But anyway, like I said,
spoilers.
I wasn't interested in seeing it. Didn't really care. But I will say that this movie, the trailer had me slightly like, okay, well they did something different, and I think that was a smart way for them to go. But
listen, I wanted to go see that movie, Davey, and just like I told Derek, I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to hold an L on this one, bro. Not seeing the Marvels. I mean, never mind. I ain't gonna tell you.
Listen, all right. Let me chime in with you there, Davey, because that's mine. Is it number 2? Is that number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah. All right. It's my number 2 as well. Yeah, I just thought I'd throw it in while we're on that conversation instead of going over it again. So, yeah, I saw it's Captain Marvel eventually, and it wasn't terrible. I wasn't interested in the Marvels. Is it the little girl?
It's all 3 of them.
That's her name.
And this one again with that. Is it Rambo? There's a girl on it. I've forgotten her name. Black girl.
Jessica Rambo, but her name is Photon.
For some reason, and I don't like Brie Larson's attitude. It seems like
Monica Rambo.
Monica Rambo. Why I call her Jessica?
But Brie Larson's attitude in real life seems to wane on me a little bit. But as also, it's not just the girl power. It just looked shit and generic, and it's gonna be like, oh my god! And I think that girl was on. Monica Rambo was on. She was on that WandaVision, and she wasn't bad. I just wasn't interested in her character on that either. So watching the idea of these 3, and one of them I didn't know. Now the reason why I said these 4, the top 4 apart from one, I may have to watch because the next MCU film may consist on I'll have to have watched those 2 to know what's going on. So there's a chance I may end up having to watch all the ones I've just spoken about at some point. Mm-hmm. But as I said, I just wanted to. Well, I don't want to go through all them and then give that just the same as literally everything Davey said as well. I just didn't feel interested, but I may have to watch it at some point to catch up on what's going next. But yeah, for me that was number 2.
All right, my number 2 will have to be 65.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's the one with Adam Driver where he's in.
That's the one.
I think it's
I heard that movie.
When I saw the the commercial,
trailer?
Whatever it is, the trailer, I was like, why would you went back in time to fucking fight dinosaurs? And I was like, nah, I don't want to see it. We already seen Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I mean, nah, I didn't not want to watch it at all.
I heard that movie bombed. I heard it didn't even make 10% of his budget back.
Oh, I don't even know. That's why I didn't go see it. I liked him when he played that movie with what's his name? Denzel Washington's son.
The Klansman or something.
The Black Klansman. That was he did good in that movie. But no, this one, nah. Hell no. Sorry. No.
Understandable.
I thought it's shit, so that's all you need to know.
Okay, there we go.
Well, you watched it.
I was like, you know what? What's everyone going on about? This film's good. And then, oh shit, it's bad. And then
65, I didn't want to go see.
But anyway, yeah.
If I want to watch dinosaurs, I just turn on the first Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next?
I'll go ahead. All right, so coming in number 2, and I'm shocked that none of y'all even picked this so far, but I'm hoping. My number 2 is going to be The Nun 2.
It was
That
on
was
my
my number
honorable
one.
mentions.
Honorable mentions. It was one of your honorable mentions.
Yeah, but I didn't mention it because
That was.
Look,
we got,
I'm gonna
too,
go
many,
ahead.
we got too many people to be doing honorable mentions. That video will be 3 hours long. But go ahead.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The reason why I avoided the Nun 2 is because when I went to go see the first Nun movie, and me and Darrell went to go see, they said that this movie, they said that the Nun is supposed to be like the most like impact, of the Conjuring universe. And I felt like it was trash. I felt like it was trash because they said, "Oh, the Nun, this was gonna be the best horror movie in the Conjuring universe," and it failed.
Hell no.
And I said to myself, I was like, when they came out with the Nun,
that about every freaking movie in the Conjuring universe.
That's what they said before, Davey. That's what I'm saying. But they said that, okay, now that we coming out with a sequel, a couple years later, we're gonna do the Nun 2. I seen the trailer and I was like, seems like it's gonna be basically just like the first one. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna live up to the hype. It's gonna be a letdown. And sure enough, when I seen that the movie came out, it didn't do good in box office. I said, "Yep, I'm avoiding that."
Nah, you fucking tripping. You ain't got your facts straight. That movie made a shitload of money.
The Nun 2?
The Nun 2 made a shitload of money. You tripping? It's in the top 20.
Yeah.
It's in the top 20 highest grossing.
Okay, it's okay. Let me ask you this. Okay, is it okay? So, David, do you think it's one of the best horror movies of 2023?
Hell no. I didn't even see it.
You haven't seen it? Okay, never mind.
I haven't even seen it. No, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you that. Look.
Do you think it's one of the best in the best out of top 20 in 2023?
The amount of money a movie makes does not justify if it's good or not. Like, let's get that out the window. Let's get that out the way first.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm not saying that it's a good movie. I'm just telling you that, like, you shouldn't have said that it bombed at the box office, because it definitely didn't. That shit made a bunch of money.
A lot of people have went to go see that movie. I know a lot of people who actually seen that movie, but I didn't.
But some people said it wasn't a good movie, bro. It can make a whole bunch of money. But the thing is, bro, the bottom line is this. They said that movie was not good. There was a lot of people said that Nun 2 was disappointing.
I'm telling you,
the Nun 1 was disappointing, and they still made a sequel. So what you think? Like, they're gonna make another one? This movie made.
Let me tell you what I think. Yeah,
this movie has a $30 million budget and made $300 million. Of course, they're gonna make another one.
All right, but let me tell you what I think. Right, so what was it? Do you remember what was the other one with the Annabelle?
Yeah,
and the second one came out and it was actually all right. I can't remember the names, but Creation or something. The second one was all right. With the Nun 2, I thought it was shit, the first one. But for some reason, I don't know why, after seeing the trailer, I had a gut feeling that they were going to fix all the mistakes and all the criticisms that they heard from the first one, because it was pretty much universally panned, the first one. Everyone nobody liked it. So I thought, no, they're going to fix these mistakes. They're going to, no, they did. They literally did the same boring ass shit. And all right, it was a tad better than the first one, but only a tad. I just thought it was shit. And I was really disappointed in myself for believing that it might be better.
You want to know what's worse about this is the fact that the Nun character actually is a fucking good looking character. Like, it's a scary looking character. Like, the actual physical, that character is dope. So it's like in
The Conjuring 2, whatever was good,
No, but I'm just saying, like, the Nun character is really interesting. Like, it's a great design. So it's sad that they dropped the ball on such a decent looking character. Like, twice.
The one who plays the Nun actually looks like the fucking Nun.
No, I'm gonna meet her. I'm meeting her in February.
You're meeting her?
Exactly like
I'm gonna meet her in February.
Yeah,
but and they're going with the part 3 as
I'm
well.
gonna meet her, Ron Perlman, and fucking David Arquette. So yeah, I'm meeting them.
Did you say you met Alyssa?
Yeah, she was cool as shit.
Yeah, I was talking to Darrell the other night about her.
She was cool as shit, bro. She was nice. She got a little. I think she's from Australia or some shit. She got a Mino accent. But yeah, man, I didn't want to see the Nun. I'll be honest with you. Like, I didn't want to see it. I didn't like the first movie. I was crossing my fingers that, like Derek, like, hey, maybe like they'll fix it like they did with Annabelle.
I was sure of it.
We laughed. We laughed at that whole damn movie.
Annabelle, that was good. It was all right. It's like, oh, you've seen what you did wrong on the first one. and you've done some good stuff. And
then
I had
they
a
made the
feeling,
third Annabelle and went right back to the bullshit. So they don't know.
But I had a feeling, like, no, they're going to fix it. It was universally panned. They're going to fix it. They're going to do this. The trailer didn't look too bad.
I'm surprised it made a lot of money though, because I thought it bombed too. And so like I looked at the box office like a week ago, and I was like, that movie actually made money. I think it cracked the top 20 most highest grossing horror film.
Damn.
So, damn. Kudos to
Okay.
Derek.
Number one.
Derek got to do his number.
Nah, he
Two,
already
right?
said he was
So
copying off
you
of
were
you.
so busy on your phone looking up porn that you didn't know that I had given my second one.
He
Yeah,
gave his
no,
second one.
yeah.
Well, my number
it was the same as
one.
you.
It was what?
Same as you. It was
Oh,
Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, my number one is gonna be fucking the same as who said Aquaman? You?
Me.
Yeah. So my number one is Aquaman. Like I said,
Okay.
I mean, personally, I don't know about Jason Momoa's character. I don't like him as a character. I don't like Aquaman as a hero. I think it's stupid. Like somebody has a superpower that talks to fish. Who gives a shit? And like watching the trailer, that whole like, a lot's been going on in my life. Yeah, I'm a new father, and also I'm the king of Atlantis. They tried to make it seem like such a stupid comedy, like it was dumb. And then you
Like,
got
what's that one? Is Ragnarok sort of thing? They're going like
yeah,
that.
it was so
gosh.
stupid, dude.
But
Like
Chris Hemsworth said, if y'all want me back for the fourth Thor movie, y'all better make it serious. He was pissed off, bro, because he was like, that's my name right there to getting tarnished. He said, I'm not doing that for y'all.
Garbage. But anyway,
Alright.
I was just waiting for like in that trailer. I was just waiting for the DJ scratch. You may be wondering how I got here. I was waiting for that the whole time because it was like that stupid monologue of him talking, and I was just like, dude, this is dumb. And I didn't see the first one. I know it made a shitload of money, and then it's like they brought back Black Manta from the first film to be the, and then this movie's been in production hell. Wasn't it supposed to be about the trench or something? Like this movie was originally about Aquaman in the trench, right? Like,
they changed it up so many times, bro.
exactly. Look, man. At the end of the day, it's a part of a dead universe. Why do I want to watch it? I don't like Jason Momoa. I don't like Aquaman. It was an easy one for me. I'm skipping.
Okay.
All right. Terrell, what you got for numero uno?
Oh, my uno is actually the same as Justin's. None too.
Oh
Period.
shit.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but when I saw the trailer, hell no. It's gonna be just like the first one. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
But just like I said, bro, just it's shocking that they made a whole bunch
Made
of
a
money.
great tons
But
of money,
still,
but
I don't think. But still, they saying that it's like the top 20 like best horror movies. I'm like,
No, it's not best food. It made the most money.
Most
well,
money.
okay, made the most money. I'm just saying is that like the Nun is just, I don't know. It's just that I guess when I've heard that they said that the Nun was supposed to be like the best in the Conjuring universe, that's when I was like, I went to go see the first one. I was like, I don't know about that.
Damn, Jesse, you done put the dog to sleep with your excuses. Oh, look, the other dog sleep.
What? How put the dog asleep?
Oh, look, the dog is. Oh, they getting along
Just want
now.
to let you guys know, within a week, that's the first time they've actually laid together in peace. That they've been fighting like they don't get on.
Oh,
Finally.
but yeah. What's your number one, David?
I already said
Derek.
mine. No,
Derek.
it's Justin's turn for number one.
Oh,
my
yeah.
turn for number one. Oh, my turn. My number one is gonna be Shazam: Fear of the Gods, because
Yeah.
just like I said, just like you said, Davey, is just you can't buy Zachary Levi. And honestly, seeing the first one, they made it too jokey, and I knew that with this one they was gonna make it jokey and all stuff, and I was just like, I don't know if I can just buy his character. And it's just that right now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. Like us as being like comic book fans and everything, I feel like when it comes to superhero movies, there are so many serious characters that's in like both DC and Marvel universe that I feel like they like to make some of these serious characters jokey. And I'm just like, bro, like, why are y'all doing this? And basically knowing us as the audience, that's like an insult to us as comic book fans. Y'all making them jokey. Y'all like completely changing this character totally around. And we're just like, yeah, this stuff is whack, bro. Like, for real. Like, we can't vibe with this. Like, I'm getting tired of this, man. Like, Like make superhero movies like the way that they're supposed to be. Don't make some of these movies like most of these characters jokey, and then some of them are not jokey. Don't do that, but they like to because you know why? Because they want to bring in kids so kids can vibe off some of these characters. And I'm just like, no, I'm like, seriously, you can't do that, man. But that's how they're doing it. And
I'm just playing.
No,
I'm just playing.
Y'all gonna have to like amp this up, man, because we're getting it's like an insult to us. But yeah, man, Shazam Fury of the Gods, bro. I just couldn't vibe with it. It's just Seeing that trailer, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go see this movie. I'm like, nah, it's just too jokey. And I know like going to go see that movie, I know that I'm just gonna be in that movie theater just bored, just like what the heck? Like seriously, like nah. So I just went ahead and just passed up on it.
All right.
Derek,
what's your number one, sir?
Expendables 4.
Oh, that was on my honorable mentions list too. Go ahead, explain why.
All right. So look, before you carry on about you were saying your number one was what was it? Aquaman. Yeah, I haven't seen Aquaman 2, whatever it is yet. I'm not bothered about it. Again, I will watch it because it's the last of the DCU. I feel like I will watch it.
Snyderverse.
Yeah, Snyderverse. Sorry, yeah. But I feel like I will watch it when it's available to stream properly. Do you know what I mean? But it's not something I'm rushing to, and I felt like I can't put it on the list because I'm not completely avoiding it because I know I will watch it, but I have no high hopes for it. So I put that out there. But my first is Expendables 4 now. It's weird because Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger are probably my two favorite movie stars of all time. Yeah. Not actors, movie stars. Yeah. I love them since growing up. And when their first Expendables came out, I was looking forward to it. I was disappointed. I know I should have known better. I mean, what are you expecting with them all together? I don't know. I expected something, you know? And then I watched the second one. It didn't. It was, again, literally, there was nothing. There was no story, literally. And then the third one, a bit better with Mel Gibson. Again, but when this came out of nowhere, I didn't even know it was coming out, and it just went under the radar, and then it was just out, yeah. And then I'm like, okay. Then I'm hearing that Megan Fox
hated it. I was just about to say that.
Listen,
Megan Fox.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was
like,
go ahead.
80s action old bastards. What is she doing in it? Then I heard that Sylvester Stallone gets killed, and she runs the group. She's in charge over everyone. And I'm like, oh, okay, right. And then I heard that they retcon that and Stallone comes back, and it's like, I'd had no interest in the last three, but I am fucking not watching it. It's not that, all right, the other four we just mentioned, I will get round to at some point. This is never, and I love Stallone. I don't mind Jason Statham, and I like a few of the others. I am just like,
You don't like Jason Statham?
Huh?
You don't like
I said I don't mind him. He's all right with whatever he does. You know, it's okay. I love all the old stars and all that. I'm just saying is that I was it's my own fault because I was expecting more from those films, like maybe a good story and something to get behind. I didn't even care what they were doing on any of them films. And when I see this, it just came out of nowhere. I'm like, that's a bad sign. There was no build up. It just appeared out like it's a B movie, but they're using the name to get it onto the screen. Yeah.
I thought it was decent. I thought it was a really decent movie.
It's not because it's a female thing or anything like that. It's nothing to do with that. I'm just saying it's Megan Fox is probably in her 30s, maybe, with all these 70-year-old men and 50, 60, 70-year-old men leading them.
Your mic went out.
Your mic went out, bro.
It seems like it just looks just like a fucking nightmare to me. Yeah, that I want to watch a film and be entertained or bored, not angry. And I was like, no, I'm out. And it's one I will not ever watch, not even just to rip on it, you know. So
I definitely wanted that.
No, you guys see it.
I agree with you because just like I said, like me and Darrell to go see it. I just didn't like how Megan Fox just come in there and all of a sudden, and I was like, first of all, she wasn't even part of this whole
She was not
franchise.
even part of the franchise.
Right, she wasn't even part of the franchise. So why is she all of a sudden gonna take over the Expendables?
But she does take over.
And honestly, I don't even picture Megan Fox to be a bad
Can
chick
you imagine
type
Megan
person in
Fox
an action movie.
giving instructions to Dolph Lundgren and Jason Statham and
I'm like,
whoever?
what?
You know,
Yeah.
these veterans in war and
Yes.
mayhem, and she's telling
Yeah.
them what to do. Oh God!
But the thing is, though, I honestly,
All
this
right.
is my
Honestly.
biggest thing is like, wow, like where was Ronda Rousey? Because honestly, I feel like Ronda Rousey could have been better than Megan Fox.
Because she was beaten up and she lost a few fights, she probably wasn't popular anymore. But I will say this: I'm not knocking on Megan
she
Fox.
she went to WWE and now she's more popular than ever. So that's not an excuse.
But I was going to say is even if Megan Fox wasn't in it, yeah, the idea of it just came out of nowhere, under the radar. It looks, even the trailer looked like a B movie, and
They never got Jackie Chan in one of these movies, huh?
no,
They was trying to. They was trying to.
It's not Megan's fault. It wasn't her reason. It wasn't her the reason why I wouldn't see it. It just looked shit, and it heard it was shit, and then I hated the other three as well. So you know, that's my number one. I won't watch it. The other I might at some point. That way, no, nope, ain't doing it.
Can't disagree with you on that one, but yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in to this hour-long discussion about our top 5 movies that we avoided. I feel like Derek had the most blasphemous list out here, but it's all right. But make sure that you guys subscribe to D&J. These guys over here, yeah. Make sure you subscribe to them. Make sure you subscribe to that guy in that corner right there. I keep forgetting that everything's mirrored, so I'm like, I want to go this way, but it's weird. So yeah, and then make sure to subscribe to my damn channel because this is where you at right now. So you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys have a magnificent day. Thank you for joining us. Adios. This man over here throwing up gang signs. We out of here.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop.